Hey, what's up guys, it's your boy Belligerent Chef here, back with a brand new video. First I have a couple announcements. I finally finished school, passing all my classes, so I can kind of focus on YouTube a little bit more, so I'm actually going to be uploading every week. Another thing is I don't have the GoPro, well I have the GoPro but I don't have the head strap to it, so there's no GoPro footage for this video I'm afraid. But yeah, I highly doubt any of you guys have short-term memory loss, so I'm not even going to tell you what we're making, because you guys clicked on the video, so you guys should know already. But just in case you don't, minimize the video, go read the title. First things first, you're going to have your potatoes, put those on a cutting board. Alright, I would suggest getting more potatoes just because, after you eat these, you're going to really want more, so I'd get like 4 per person instead of 2. Along with the potatoes, you're going to need a container of some sort holding cold water. This is so you can waterboard the potatoes after you cut them. Then we're going to peel the potatoes. I would suggest peeling them completely, unless you're one of those guys that like skin on french fries, which, okay. Like, it's fine if you roll that way, but I'm not saying I'm not judging you. Okay, and I'm not saying that a lot of other people aren't judging you, because I just want you to know that if you like skin on potatoes, that a lot of people are judging you. Alright, just be aware. Now, the potato that I was peeling right now was a little bit old, so I had to toss it because, it's purple. I don't think potatoes are supposed to be purple. Then after you peel them, wash them. I wouldn't suggest washing them and then peeling them because you're going to have to wash them again after. It's just an extra step you're eliminating. Alright, now obviously be careful with knives, but you're just going to cut it in half. Usually potatoes are ovals, so you're just going to cut it on like the longest axis. Then you're just going to cut that half in half, and then 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 that half in half. To the right, you can see I have a big old pot. That's full of cold water. Make sure you have that on standby, and each time you cut your fry into the size you would like, put that in the water. Alright, that helps get the starch out, which helps it become more crispy for your enjoyment. Leave the fries in there for just a couple minutes. You could stir it occasionally, I guess. I don't know if that does anything or if it helps it or hurts it, but I don't know. Then after the couple minutes is up, you're going to strain your potatoes. And then after that, after your potatoes are out of the pot, you're going to wash your pot. Just get all the starchy stuff out. Fill it up with water, start boiling it. Boiling it without salt. After the water starts boiling, just throw in your potatoes. Alright, next is the seasoning. Alright, you're going to need parsley flakes, you're going to need pepper, you're going to need salt, and you're going to need cayenne. You can also try paprika. I don't know if it would be good, but I'm sure it would be. I've never tried it, so I don't know. But yeah, the seasoning is what's going to make the fries. The fries have the texture, but the seasonings add the flavor. So this is super important, okay? Don't mess it up. After about 5 to 10 minutes, your potatoes should be done. The way you're going to know they're done is if you stab it with a fork and they just fall off, right? They have a little bit of resistance, but they just fall. After your fries are done, you put it on something. I don't care what you put it on. You could put it on a plate, you could put it on a baking sheet, put it on tin foil, keep it in the strainer. I honestly don't care. Alright, just find something to contain the fries so they don't fly off everywhere. And then once you do that, you're going to put them in the freezer. Now in this video, I only had about an hour and a half to, freeze these. Ideally, you want about 3 hours to a day. The more frozen they are, the more even they'll fry. These weren't quite frozen in some places. Some of them were completely frozen. Some of them were half frozen. You want to have them as frozen as possible. Now, there's a couple really good ways to tell if a food is frozen or not. But my favorite method is just touching it. If it's cold and rock hard, it's probably frozen. Alright, the next thing is you're just going to preheat your pan. You can turn it up all the way just for like 20 seconds until the pan actually heats up. And then you want to lower the heat back down to, medium low, medium heat. Alright, you don't want to burn your fries. Next thing you want to do is just add the oil. Contrary to popular belief, you do not need 30 gallons of oil to fry a small fry, okay? Literally all you need is just enough oil to submerge it completely, and then you're good. Alright, make sure you have a decent sized pot so you're not, overfilling your pot and then the fries don't cook as evenly. Alright, this is very important. Make sure you have a decent sized pot and enough oil to submerge your fries.
Are you serious? This is torture.
Back in the day, Spartans were some of the most badass warriors known to man. Alright, and in order to stay badass like this, when the wife had a kid, they would give it to somebody to make sure that the kid wasn't deformed in some way, so the kid can go on and train to be a badass soldier. Alright, now what the person would do is they would check for deformities, and if the kid was deformed, they would throw it off a cliff. Now you may be asking yourself, Belligerent, how does throwing a kid off a cliff relate to the recipe? Well, let me tell you, mister. In order to check if your oil's hot, you have to sacrifice something, alright? And that something is the fries you were just slaved hours to create. So here's what you do. You grab the ugliest, most disgusting looking french fry, and you just toss it in there. It's a very difficult decision to make, but it's a very important one. Okay, now as you can tell here, the oil is not quite hot enough, so we have to wait just a little bit longer. You're looking for bubbles, guys. You want a lot of bubbles. After your oil is up to temperature and everything, now you have to add the rest of the fries. Now there's only one way to do this safely. The technique is to grab all of the fries, in your hand, stay at least an arm's length away from the fryer, drop them in, and run off. This is the only technique that I'm aware of that reduces the chances of oil hitting your nipples by 100%. Trust me, I know from experience that hot oil hitting your nipples hurts really bad. Alright, you don't want this to happen. After your fries are done to your liking, you just take them out. I don't care what you use to take them out, a fork, a tong, honestly your hand, I don't care. Alright, just take them out. Do not eat them immediately. Hit them with the seasoning that you made, and then you're good. However, I'm going to teach you a little secret. Here in Utah, we have this thing called fry sauce. So what we do is we get ketchup and we get mayo. We mix them together and it's called fry sauce. Alright, it's pretty good. If you want to be cool, you can hit it with a seasoning we made. You just mix it with the fry and eat the fry after. Guys, trust me, this goes so good with the fries. It's amazing. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. You guys have a good night. Peace.
See you next time.